a little video of our festival. It's in Penang. It's a little charming little village like Chiang Mai. Volume, please. Volume. Okay. This is the only civic hall that we have.
That's the festival. It's like Penang, a little small island. We're quite close to Chiang Mai. And very similar actually. It's a little village or town. We don't have facilities. We don't have huge performing halls. In 2008 we had a UNESCO listing, and that's how the idea of the festival came about. I was given 8 days to plan a show, a one-night show. Then in 2010 I was given 6 weeks to plan a festival. Very little money and 6 weeks, so I called friends from all over the world, and in 6 weeks this is our first festival. We managed to bring in people from Beijing Opera, from Japan, from Singapore, and we had over 80 events. Then 2011 we started, my first 3 years was basically to brand the festival as a regional festival. So I'm very honored that you call us an international festival. It's still a regional festival. We managed to bring Akram Khan in 2011, which was, I think the best way to do is to be very brave. I just made a phone call and I said, can you come? And they came, and we had them 1 year before Singapore. So we had opera, we had visual.
The idea was to use Penang as Georgetown as a canvas, because we don't have performing halls like Singapore, Hong Kong, Macau. So the city became the canvas for the festival. And this is 2012. Trying to go international, we had something called Mangania Seduction by Royston Abel, which was the opening act of Melbourne. We tried to bring in international shows, not to show off as, hey, we're a big festival, but to inspire the local people to raise their bar. So the roadmap for Georgetown Festival was to invite and inspire, but make it a people's festival. And something I'm really, really proud of, like some of the shows you see here, like Mangania or even Akram Khan, the tickets were as low as $7. For us, was to inspire the young generation to see access to culture, that you don't have to be rich, cultured, educated, knowledgeable to see something. This was last year. And this is very interesting. I say this because this is our poster. There's not a single logo of the government or the state that sponsored us the bulk of the festival. And they gave us a much better, higher grant. but it gave us the freedom, which I think is unrivaled in a lot of this region, where festivals are given absolute freedom to curate a festival. So I, in turn, give it back to the artists who say, hey, here's a canvas, do what you like, don't be afraid, be Buddhist, go, and if you hit a wall, you go around it. And in 2013, it was our first year where we decided that, okay, we wanted to have an ASEAN roadmap. I wanted to share this journey because there's 600 million people in ASEAN. We're certainly a big force. You know, but Malaysia, Indonesia, Thailand, and Philippines, we really need help. We don't have the facilities, the infrastructure, or great planning like Hong Kong or Singapore, but we need a geographical center for ASEAN. So that was the beginning of me finding, I want to look at ASEAN partners. I want to look at people that can help us share this journey. So I'm really, really happy to be here and learning. We had 180 over proposals coming from all over the world. It was very exciting for a young festival. It was new, nobody heard about us, but everybody wanted to come and perform. And we had interesting regional press. And these are some of the international highlights. The top one is Akram Khan Vertical Road. They came to us before Singapore. That was a big coup for us. And Mangania Seduction, Royce Nabel, was the opening act of Melbourne Arts Festival. It just finished its run in America, in Lincoln Center. Sutra, the one that was choreographed by Sidi Labi, who is a huge name in contemporary dance. And I just discovered this. The sheer fact that I had all these big shows, I'm now invited to all the arts market, because everybody thinks, oh, you can afford big acts. It isn't. It was just that I was brave enough to think, hey, let's get into that direction and build the festival. This is some of the local works that we commissioned for Georgetown. I think one of the reasons why it's important to have an identity is you can buy any big acts. You can be Singapore, Macau, Hong Kong. You have access to funds. You have access to buildings. You can't buy any act. So 20 years down the road, how special are you? What is your local content in your festival? So for us in Penang, it's about building local capacity, bringing the acts to inspire the local creative producers to come up with acts that we can bring out to the world. This is what we have. This is not officially announced yet, but this is this year's program, which I'm also very proud of. Again, Royston, who finished Mangania, his next big work is something called The Kitchen. It's just premiered in Delhi, and we hope to be the world premiere for Georgetown. Rising, thank you, British Council. You brought me to Edinburgh, and this was an amazing act, and this will be the first time he's performing in Asia. These are two commissioned works that we're working with Singapore, something called Sinpan Colony, a local production by So Tiong Hin, who is a filmmaker, and one of our best-known photographers, Ismail Hashim. So not only we try to bring in the international act, we try to bring our own local content to raise the bar for ourselves. So that it's about showing what you have in the same platform of your big international shows. So I'm going to make my presentation really fast. If you can squint your eyes and see how many people have come to Georgetown, some really, really, really big names. So Tourism Malaysia wants me to sell Malaysia, Georgetown. Come to Penang. We have actually very strong similarities with Chiang Mai. We're small, we're village-like, and I think we should be very proud of that. You're special. You may not have the big halls of Hong Kong or Macau or Singapore, but you have something really, really special. You have spaces that no one else has. I mean, I've just been here one day. I am amazed at it. I'm very excited about discovering Chiang Mai. Okay, that's it. Really fast. So, thank you.
Thank you.